Okay, I think the portal's just trying to off the sliders at this point. How Quinn hasn't broken something after that fall is astounding.
Roughly 6.5 weeks to the next world.
And the world is ending in only 5.5 weeks. Dow! Actually, for once, things aren't quite as dire on the world that the sliders have landed on. Which I guess is especially lucky for them with that 6.5 week layover, as that's quite the lengthy stay.
Maybe our journey's at an end. Take a look around.
The woods? How's that possibly a sign of anything, Wade?
This is home, and there should be a news vendor's called Bernie's just at the entrance to the park.
We're home. They should be selling the best hot pretzels in the world.
First, the forest around the park still exists, and now this stand still has pretzels? I don't know how any other alternate dimension could be so exact!
This pretzel is identical to those at home.
Given the way the portal tossed everyone into this world, I think they've all got brain damage.
Yeah, I got 31 cents.
You seriously blew all the cash from Oil World already?
You know, the president's about to speak.
President Clinton?
Of course I mean Clinton.
My fellow Americans.
How could the pretzel have betrayed them? I thought that was a surefire way to tell if you're home or not. So the big twist on this world besides a pretzel is that it's run by a matriarchy.
Evidently, we've landed on a world where women are in authority and men are relegated to a second-class status.
And look who's the Pope.
Wait a second, the team has money woes as usual and they blew a bunch of it on sharing a pretzel. How did Quinn get that book? Also, old Bernie must not have paid very close attention to Wade's $5 bill, since I'm sure it likely does not match Matriarchy World's currency in the slightest.
Hey, check out the Sports Monthly Swimsuit Edition.
There's absolutely no men's swimsuit magazines in our world. It's also kind of funny that they show a magazine with Janeway on it, because, you know, that is something from our world. Maybe if there's a magazine saying that they're doing a Star Trek series with the first ever male captain, it would make a bit more sense. Whoa! What the hell is this? Men taking care of their children? Men are incapable of caring for their kids in our world. This is wild!
The only jobs I'm qualified for are a nanny situation out in Napa and a nude photographer's model.
I have to imagine it'd be hard to get a job in a world where either you don't exist or you don't know what your double's qualifications are. So, right now they're relying on Rembrandt to sing them up some money for a hotel room and some crappy spray cheese.
How'd it go?
I got the job.
Ooh, Wade totally left Quinn hanging on the high five. Of course, her arms were so full that Quinn was kind of the idiot there for trying to get a high five. Also, I guess just because she's a woman, they gave Wade a business suit for free. Just like how it works for men here, right? And she was also given flowers? For what, a signing bonus?
A cash advance.
Hold that money carefully, Wade. We don't want to show that we didn't create money with women on it. Wade's landed a job with the mayor, who's now running for re-election, so she'll need a bunch of stupid men to do crap work.
I think I can get you guys jobs.
Arturo, knowing that this is a female-run society, decides to act like a twit and like he's the most generous man in the world for pressing elevator buttons for a woman.
Chivalry is not dead.
How lucky for us.
Well, there's far more to me than a sense of gallantry, madam, as you yourself could find out over a fine candlelit dinner.
You know, you don't have to be on a world run by women for that attempted pickup to be very weird.
Now that's very tempting, but you know, I don't like large men or men with beards or phony English accents.
Congratulations, Professor. You just hit on the mayor.
We've been waiting for nearly an hour. At the risk of appearing sexist, I would venture to say women have difficulty with schedules.
Ah, one of the great joys of our world is no wait times for things like interviews.
Mr. Mallory, sorry to keep you waiting. I'm Lois Auchincloss.
I'm about to give you a haircut you'll never forget.
You gonna be looking at that sports page?
And read about women basketball players?
Again, something we have on our world. Of course, I assume it's the more popular version of the sport on this world. But I don't know why you'd really care that much about the sports of worlds that you aren't native to and you have no idea what any team or players are even like. Oh good, the Bugsburg Bumblefucks are shoo-in for the championship! Who the hell are they? Who cares, as long as they're men!
Brilliant. I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
Arturo's sudden sexism when confronted with women in power gets the attention of alternate dimension brand Phil Hartman here, who invites him to join his little men's support group or something.
I understand you're Wade's boyfriend.
It's interesting Quinn gets called that here. I'm wondering if at this point they were planning to continue with the idea that Quinn and Wade actually got together after the events of Last Days. Of course, it doesn't stick.
Wade's great. She's gonna have a bright future here.
Okay, I'd love to know what Wade did that wowed them so much when she hasn't even worked a full day here that we know of. That was the best interview ever! Have some flowers!
We'll need you to open the office around 8:30 and make coffee for everybody.
I thought I was here to run your data processing system.
Oh, do you type?
Either Quinn didn't pay attention to what job Wade got him an interview for, or plastic hair just doesn't care because he's a stupid man. Really though, if Quinn didn't even type, he'd be a pretty poor-ass secretary.
Tell Wade she's got great taste.
What? Me no get job for skills but only looks?
Women are men's equals, but to allow one gender absolute power over another is to invite chaos. Especially if it's the wrong gender in control, am I right?
So I guess solely because he's a loudmouth, the men's group here wants Arturo to run as their candidate for mayor. That's crumbelievable.
You're crumbelievable.
Well, what about what you're always preaching? No involvement with the locals?
My thinking on that matter is subject to a process of evolution.
If I don't like what's happening on a world, I'll completely change my policies. I do like Quinn being a good little boyfriend and drying Wade's hair. Enjoy your maybe relationship while it lasts, cue ball.
Now, if I can advance the cause of equality...
So, of course, the idea of equality isn't a bad one, but naturally the professor here is coming at this from a slightly sexist angle and also trying to pump up his own ego. Perhaps toxic masculinity will have a chance on this world.
Come on, a man in political office? Next you'll be telling me men should fly airplanes.
So, this isn't exactly just a one-to-one switching of the gender roles, as males are kinda more suppressed. I guess the men's revolution never happened in the 60s. So, it's a bit more like men are treated like women were in the 50s. It makes sense to exaggerate it a bit to get more of a story out of this idea, but even still, we're getting a lot of silly things like men taking care of their children being treated like that's something that could never ever happen in our world. Rembrandt then gets picked up on the street because he's just so gosh darn cute. I thought though that Remy was singing earlier just because they had absolutely no money, and now Wade's a mega super executive in the mayor's office getting super bonuses and flowers. Gotta say though, this looks like an awfully wet and cold day to be driving around with the top down on your convertible. She lures him in with promises of a possible record deal that she has no plans of actually following up on.
Hey, I'm all yours.
Not yet, honey. But you will be.
I get they're going to some extremes, otherwise this world wouldn't really be that different, but this kind of makes it seem like this world is full of female players.
Maximilian Arturo standing for mayor, madam.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Ignorant bovine.
Ignorant bovine? Well, that should be one of your campaign slogans.
Schmoozing. Kiss a few babies.
Want me to kiss that baby?
Politicians would never be phony on our world or something.
Sir, I need to kiss your baby.
I do really like the guy running away with his child after that.
The curiosity of a man who dares to buck the system.
They laughed at Ross Perot.
They still do.
Yeah, I don't know how Arturo thought a Perot drop helps his case.
Hundreds of years ago, women got sick and tired of watching men go off to war and kill each other, so they took over. There's no war anymore, no violent crime.
I find that highly unlikely, Wade. It says here that women rule and men drool.
I shall fight you, Miss Wells.
See, men are the cause of everything bad ever. Meanwhile, Rembrandt is getting treated like a boy toy, which would never happen here. And why is this yet another story where Rembrandt mostly has a side plot off on his own again?
All right, Professor?
As Ronald Reagan said, I'd rather have been in Philadelphia.
Who's Ronald Reagan?
I don't know why Arturo would quote that, especially when he knows Reagan wasn't a president and didn't say that on this world. Would have been better too if that guy replied, Reagan? You mean that Twink B-movie actor?
Next time, it's a bomb.
Well, I just hope it's not Fat Boy.
This Earth traveling is all right.
I got laid once. I don't care if we ever get home. Wow, I guess this is not the apartment for you if you even have the slightest vertigo. Also, it's looking rather snowy out there, which we never see when anyone is actually outside.
Oh, girl, you know how to treat a man.
Rembrandt is your boy toy. Boy toy!
Phone, phone, where are you? Hello? Rembrandt? How's it going?
Okay, 1, why is Rembrandt answering this woman's phone in the first place? And 2, how the hell does Quinn know her number? This is clearly after their first night of sleeping together, so during their date did Rembrandt tell her, hey, just a sec, I gotta give my friends your number to call me here.
Man, I can't wait to slide out of here.
You were about to be executed on British World, but having to work a desk is truly the worst you've ever had it.
Coffee.
No thanks, I don't drink coffee.
That's funny, Quinn, because only a few episodes ago, you did.
I'll take care of it, Professor. Now I need coffee. No thanks, I don't drink coffee.
Also, he can't possibly be this dense. My superior came up to me with a pot of coffee. She must be asking if I want some, cause me a man. Also, Plastic Hair did tell him straight up that getting coffee would be part of the job.
We'll need you to open the office around 8:30 and make coffee for everybody.
No thanks, I don't drink coffee.
She's asking you to brew some?
But men don't get coffee. I thought big joke.
Look at women, they only cycle once a month. Men cycle every 20 minutes.
Boys, 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 we are trying to run a political campaign here.
Just who is Maximilian Arturo? He claims to be a university professor, but when asked to provide an employment history, he's stonewalled.
I mean, that is fair. It also begs the question, who is Arturo's actual double on this world, or did he have one? If his double's around, you think he'd be slightly surprised to hear that he's running for office, and if he doesn't exist, you think that'd be a bit of an obstacle in his political path. This is one where their doubles never get brought up, so I guess we are to assume they slid. Hey, maybe Wade came up with sliding on this world. If the show had a bit more continuity, it would have been interesting for them to run into this sliding team and have that confirmed.
Arturo is our friend, right or wrong. That stuff about his lack of academic credentials could only have come from you.
Quinn the genius dumbass comes out to play again. How the shit would Wade be necessary to find out that they can't verify Arturo was a professor?
What am I supposed to say to Mayor Ross?
Tell her I quit.
I expected many things during a political campaign, Wade, but never an attack ad! It's great that during Quinn's employment here, all we saw was him not doing his job and making personal calls. I can't take another minute of that hell job!
I am running because I really care. Boys need to be less into Barbies and more into guns, and then we'll have a better world.
Arturo should really just break out his sheriff doubles book, Everything I Say Is Right, if he wants to win this by a landslide.
Are you here on your own behalf, Mr. Mallory, or were you sent as a spy by that woman?
You guys are out of here in a couple of days. Who cares?
I feel exhilarated. I feel like Martin Luther King.
The fuck you just say?
If you win this election, you're gonna stay here, aren't you?
It'd be worth living on this world I loathe just to be the mayor for a few years.
Rembrandt's sugar mummy Serena's ex shows up, and he's still a bit jelly, but that's only because he's an emotional man.
She's a record promoter, okay? It's not like we're getting engaged or anything.
Now she's a record promoter.
She's not a record promoter?
Wow, if only we lived in a matriarchy, women would have the power to lie.
My therapist says I'm still working through my relationship with Mom.
Oh man, crying. Utterly ridiculous. Isn't that right? Rembrandt crying man Brown?
Oh, I'm gonna cry like a man.
Don't you let her break your heart, boyfriend.
Bad call, home slice.
Us men gotta stick together.
Because she'll steal your soul.
Your soul is mine. Damn, I need a drink.
He's got a gun!
It was a man.
Well, of course it was a man. When did you ever hear of a female assassin?
1793? Well, at least that's one of the first recorded female assassins was Charlotte Corday. I mean, come on, Wade. This is such a stupid remark. Even if assassins are more typically male here, you're not on our world. And this episode repeatedly makes it clear that women are doing a lot of things that are more typically associated with men. Especially a lot of bad traits, but oh no, they'd never be an assassin.
You really can't blame them for reacting like this, Professor. It's not our world.
Oh, now she knows that.
You imposed your value system on people who just aren't ready for it.
Wow, Wade, by that logic, I guess the women's revolution should have never happened. It was silly for Arturo to compare himself to Martin Luther King, but it's not like his famous quote was, "I'll have a dream, but only if everybody is ready for it right now."
I've got gold records at home on my wall.
We love to keep saying things that don't relate to this world. And Remy knows now that Serena lied to him to get him into bed. Why is he trying to continue this doomed relationship? Maybe the Vertigo bedtimes were just that damn good.
I don't like the idea of being just another notch in your belt.
I'm a free agent. I thought we were fine on all that.
It would be better if women were in charge, except they would be just like men. I don't know what we're trying to say.
I made beef stroganoff. I slaved for hours.
Men making dinner?
Why would you become a cook?
What chef?
Chef.
Ladies cook.
I know.
Right. That's a joke.
I'll tell you one thing, man. I'm not eating this.
Don't get your boxers in a bunch.
Anyway, because the crying man is just too emotional, this relationship is over. And here I thought they might be able to keep this going interdimensionally.
You withdraw from the race.
I can't withdraw from the race.
So Arturo thinks that dropping out would hurt the drive for equal rights, so instead he decides becoming overly emotional and weeping during his debate will be better? Okay. Joke's on him though, as it turns out that people actually love the crying man. No, the other crying man.
You have hurt me more than words can say. I can't go on.
That sounded a lot like dropping out, but apparently "I can't go on" means you've got a real shot at winning, whether you want to or not.
I really think we're gonna win this thing. The network's still saying it's too close to call.
I brought us some goodies for the slide.
You're the only one who made good money on this slide, and you only managed a bag of snacks?
You don't still think that you can win, do you?
Ignorant bovine.
CNN has now declared incumbent Mayor Ross as the winner.
Let's get out of here.
They make a little wager that Wade will massage the shit out of Arturo if he wins, and he has to wait on her for the whole next slide if he loses. So yeah, you can pretty much guess how this is gonna go. They declare Mayor Ross the winner first. Arturo says, "So long, suckers!" Then they actually declare him the winner, and he misses it.
No, I don't know what I expected.
CNN's wrong! They declared you the winner! Let's get out of here.
Of course, the next world is another paradise type one, since we're barely gonna see it.
How long till we next slide?
9 days, 5 hours, and 32 minutes.
Tell me the truth, did you vote for him? Me either.
Okay, that's funny. Kinda undercuts the whole episode, but it's funny. One of the weirdest things this episode probably does, given the premise of women being in charge, is kinda shove Wade into the background for most of it. You'd think we'd want to see more of this from her perspective, though given some of her perspective she shared in this episode, maybe not. It does actually surprise me a fair amount that this episode was written by 2 women. Guess they just thought they should focus more on cliches more than saying all that much. And I think had this episode done a little bit better relating situations to stuff back home, it could have done a better job at that. The biggest slide hole of the episode is, well, it's a tie between Wade and Arturo. They were kind of 2 sides of a stupid and rather sexist coin on this episode. Next time on Sliders, intellect is actually valued? Yeah, we're on another world, alright.
At a moment when I changed that disgusting little brat's diaper. Classic.